Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back. In this video we'll be starting with the questions of the mensuration. In previous video we had the concept video part 1, but then now we'll be doing the questions and the concepts. I mean by the formulas of different shapes. So hopefully you guys still remember. Just watch the previous video and then you'll know it, how each thing came. It was already explained there. Even the similar figures, you need to know all of those actually. Now my background background sound should be super noisy, but then who cares? Like, hopefully the the mic can not catch that much. Oh, let's get to this thing. First of all, before you read the question, do you see any graph? Yes. So what's in that? Oh, ice cream. What ice cream do you guys like? You can tell me in the comment section down below. I like strawberry. I like vanilla. I like everything related to sweets basically. But then, at this moment, we need to do maths. For maths, what is this called? This bottom thing is called a cone, and then the upper we have a hemisphere. Okay, sphere is a whole ball, and then this is just cut in half, so it's called hemisphere. And actually sometimes the figure is showing you everything. The question, the figure shows a solid consisting of hemisphere and a right circular cone. So upper part is a hemisphere and the lower part is a cone. Yun. Zhou tai. Yun means circle. Zhou means it's pointy. Yun. Zhou tai. And Bun kao tai. Kao tai is a whole circle. Bun is half of it. Okay, what else do we know? We know that the radius of the hemisphere is r. So since RCM, so your first thing, just mark it. This is r. Alright, what other things do we know? And then we know that the height and the base radius of the cone is 20 and RCM as well. So since the cone is also r, that means they're combined together. And then we also know the height of the cone. So let's say that is, what's the height? It's around like that, okay? 20. So many information there already. It is given that the volume, so we are doing the taitsek of the cone is 2 times of the hemisphere. So let's write that thing as well. Volume of the cone is 2 times volume of the hemisphere. Now this is just for your own reference. You don't really need to show this line to the markers. It's just for your own thing, that you understand what the question is saying. Okay, if this is before even looking at the question, let's translate this thing. What is the volume of the cone? Volume of the cone, volume of any shape is base area times the height, and if it's pointy, you also have 1/3. So it is a pointy there. So you have 1/3. And the base is the circle there. So circle area is pi r square height, and then because it's a pointy, so you have 1/3. 2 times, what is hemisphere? Hemisphere is 2/3 pi r cube. Okay, after writing this much, we need to see if we know any of the values here. We don't know r because that's what the question actually needs you to find. Even before looking at the question, if you write this thing, you should immediately understand what could the question asks you. Okay, so we know the height 20. So replace everything. So anything on the side basically means it's on the top. So 1/3 pi r squared 20 equals to 2 times 2/3 pi r cube. What other information do we have? We know that there's a pi on each side. You can cancel it out. What does it mean by cancel out? Pi here is multiplied. If I move it to the other side, it's on the down, so it will automatically be cancelled already. So that's why we just can do it like that. And then the rest is just numbers, so please calculate it. So 20 times 1/3, 20/3 r square equals to 4/3 r cube. Alright, and then how do we do? Yes, We have r square here and r cube here. What does r square mean? R square basically means you have r times r. And then r cube basically means r times r times r. If these two r square is made, it's multiplied here and you move it to this side, it will have become over r times r. And then cancel, 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 cancel. What does that mean? Only one of the r is left. So you have 20 over 3 equals to 4 over 3r. And then since this is multiplied here, if you move it to the other side, divided. And then since that is just numbers, please click calculator. You should be able to find this whole thing calculator. You should be able to find RS 5. Good. So we know so many things. Now since you know the radius, now. Let's see what the question is. The first question, they need R. So you already found it as 5. And then, do you need cm? No, because the question already gave a cm next to the r. If you give a cm again, it will basically means the r is 5 cm. That's crazy. Okay, next, volume. How do we find the volume of this whole thing? What shapes are here? We have a hemisphere, we have a cone. So volume, the whole solid, 成個立體嘅體積就係半球體 and also the 圓錐體. So the whole thing, two things, add them up. So let me just move this to the side because we don't really need this anymore. If you want to look back, you can just always pause the video, go back to the previous things. Volume of the solid, whatever shapes we have a hemisphere and the 圓錐體 cone. So hemisphere volume is 半球體積係2 over 3 pi r 3次。跟住呢，圓錐體 is 1 over 3 pi r 2次。圓啊嘛。咦，係咪少咗嘢啊？ Yes, where's the height? Yeah. So you find it. So 2 over 3 pi r is 5. 1 over 3 pi r is 5. Height is 20. And you click the whole thing in calculator. Do you need to click pi? 唔使啦, because the question says 以派表示. Now the Chinese I did not write the whole thing because it's just simple words so you can understand. So 以派表示. So when you click this in calculator, click 2 over 3 times 5 cube plus 1 over 3 times 5 square times 20. And you will get the whole good pretty answer, 250 pi. Don't forget the unit, cm cube. Why is it a cube? Because we are writing volume. Volume is cube, area is square, and the perimeter will be just cm. Okay, good. Now if this is fine, I would like you guys to do question 2 on your own. Now that's very similar actually. So pause the video, do it on your own. I mean, of course I will be explaining as well, but then you need to try, right? Hola, okay. Pause हो गया? Okay, good. Pause हो गया means is the pause done? Anyways, what shapes do we have? A hemisphere, and what's at the bottom? Cylinder. Cylinder is basically what is a cylinder? Cylinder is basically like a can of cola. That can, yeah. And then you have a 半球體 on top. Oh my god, Chinese and English together. That's fun actually. It's my first time doing this. English and Chinese together in same video. Yeah. I mean, it sounds better because both students can watch it. Anyways, bakwas kam. Okay, what do I have? The height is given, the radius is given, and then the volume of cylinder. Okay, let's highlight this thing. The volume of cylinder is 3 times of the hemisphere. So we know that the height of the cylinder, okay, radius we don't know, but we know the height is h. You can write the height inside, or you can also write height outside. I usually like putting it inside, because later on maybe they ask you something else. Maybe they suddenly asked you about this line, then you will have a triangle there. Then you will think of positively Pythagoras theorem, a square plus b square equals to c square. They can ask you anything. That's how maths works. Anyways, who cares so much? Anyways, so 你就知啦，圓柱體嘅體積係半球體嘅3倍啦。So volume of cylinder is means equals 3 times volume of the hemisphere. Okay, you get what I'm writing. So how do we find volume of the cylinder? Cylinder, your base is a circle, so pi r square base area times the height. Do we need to do 1/3 here? No, because 唔係錐體, there's no pointy face. Okay, so equals to 3 times volume of the hemisphere. Hemisphere 要記得㗎啦，依家 2/3 pi r cube. 2/3 pi r cube. That's your 圓半球體. Okay, and then whatever information is given, just pull in. So pi is on both sides. You can basically cancel out already, but of course you need to tell the markers the first step. I mean, don't write this way because the h is given, so just write pi r square. H is 18. If you are writing it as h, you need to tell the markers 切高為 h， 但係你個高係俾咗你㗎嘛，唔使寫咯。Okay? Oh my god, I love my Chinese sometimes. I do talk too much BS. Okay, pi cancelled. And then we have, okay, you don't like skipping steps? I will also not skip steps then. And then numbers. So you have 6/3 r cube. 18r square. 6/3 is, you can click calculator, actually some of the numbers. And then what do we do next? We put 2 on this side. Okay, r square here is multiplied. If I move it to the other side, it will be divided. And then it's just like a normal indices. If you have 2 at the bottom, you have 3 on top, you cancel it out. So you have 18 equals to 2r. 2 times what is 18? 18/2, which is 9. So you find out your r is 9. Do we need the cm? Let's look at the question. R is already given a cm, so you don't need to add a cm anymore. Okay, good. Now part A, I hope everyone can do it actually, because 真係唔難㗎 part A， 淨係記條式啫嘛，記條式有幾難啫？你有幾多樣嘢要記啫？其實 you really don't have a lot to memorize for your DSE. Like, you're not even studying that many subjects. It's just 6 to 7 or maybe 8 at maximum for those who are doing M1 as well. Okay, next. TSA 總表面面積 What is that? 就係你出邊見到咩表面嘅嘢，咪計晒佢個面積咯。That's so lame joke, but yeah. Surfaces. That means whatever you see outside, find the areas of it. Now you need to be good at imagination, because you should be able to see what's in this graph. There's this hemisphere outside. There's this circular part, and then there's a circle at the bottom. How about this in the middle? No, that's not, because this is covered by it already. So that's not in the surface, that's inside. So you don't need to calculate that. So what do I need to? I need to do this hemisphere, so curved, and then I need to do the what is it called? Cylinder, curved, and then the bottom circle. So circle, you already know, right? Circle is pi r square. So this circle is pi r square. What else do we know? We know the circular. How do we find the circular actually? Circular is yi pi r h. Yi pi r h. H. What is h? Go. And then we have a hemisphere on top. That is, now full sphere is 4 pi r square for the curved part. And then so hemisphere will be half of it. So it's 2 pi r square. And then just fill in the information. Pi r is 9. 2 pi r is 9. H is 18. 2 pi r is 9 square. 跟住咧以派表示咯喎 so you click everything except for the pies and see what do you get. You get your answer as 567 pi. 單位 cm square. Don't forget the units because you might have a unit mark deduction if you don't. How? So now this is the easiest all you usually will have because they will give you so much information actually. They're giving you they help you decide already. If they don't, then you need to do let the base radius of this shape be r. 切呢個乜圖睇嘅睇 Okay, let me say it again. 切乜 let's say 球體的底半徑為 r cm like that. So you need to 切 if they don't give you the r. Okay, so the first 2 questions is actually understandable and it was in the sample paper as well, so hopefully you can deal it. And then just don't get scared of this topic. It's not that hard, it's just the formulas. Okay, now I will be stopping the video right now and then the rest will be continued next video. So we will start with this question and also one more question, this. Okay, and then later on we have more, but then these 2 in next video. So until next time, see you, tata, bye bye, Allah Hafiz. And that was the part 2 of HKDSE mensuration 3D parts.